West Virginia, Tennessee. I just want you to be here with me. Who likes country music? We're on some back-to-back tunes. June 8th, at the pool bar on 4. .605 Davis. Being able to swim, eat a cheeseburger, and then swim again. Because are we prompting a paralysis? No. Are we prepping to get a cramp? No. It turns out you can swim right after you eat. People told you that you couldn't because they didn't want little kids hurling in the pool. What happens when little kids hurl in the pool? You're going to have to drain the pool or vacuum it up or filter it. Whoa. That's why no swimming. As an adult, can you eat in the pool? Adults do more than just eat in a pool. Adults fornicate in the pool. How's your guys' Sunday night going? Let's go over 1 through 20 bullet points on eager newbies gaining revenue. Because now that we've warmed up, we can roll the ball down the hill by getting our first hangout session together. Good job subscribing, because now we can reconnect on numbers 1 through 20. So that way we prompt all the numbers between 1 through 20. So that way we, going from Larry Chang to Queen Bee 13, can iterate from number 2. Finding a sweet spot of treasure, which is, hey, Larry, what are you doing tonight? Are you just sitting at home counting your money? Why, that's a really good idea. Baddies, leashies, what's up? Are you at home counting your baddies? You could. Why? Because in the second lecture, we're tallying up our treasure to realize we don't need to do 0 to 100%. We can just do the last 10%. What I mean, Queen Bee 13, is 90% of it we've already done. 90% already exists in the marketplace. We just need to do the last 10%. And now that AI is in our midst, we can just do the last couple percent. But what makes this hard, if I make this sound so easy? What makes it hard? The fact that it's a little bit of a moving target. It's a little bit of a brain test, which is why the P ends up going into QRST, because we get tested from the, hey, what's my last 1%? If we've already done the majority of the work, what do you mean the last 1%'s ever changing? This is why we, you and I, need to be motivational listeners. This video is prompting, but it's really motivational listening. Kind of like bringing a candle to a live stream where we motivationally listen in, hey, how do we hear what Hotel Deanza needs. How do we hear that, hey, there's 7 days of live music at Geraldine's? The motivational listening component is being able to hear what other people are doing so that way we can just pattern replicate. Pattern recognition involves not listening and selling a person on a vision. That's where people kind of talk too much. That's where people kind of become too salesy. What we're doing here is we're prompting, P prompting, where we're saying, is there a way for us to solve a problem by confirming what it is that we heard, such as Queen Bee 13 could have been Queen Bee 31. And the question is why Queen Bee? Why not King Puppy? Why not Lord Octopus? Where there's a reason that people picked certain names, such as Baddies Leashies, because we could be we could be saying hi to our random friend Stella, who's not even here, or we could focus on the important things, which is being able to hang out with the people that we're spending time with. 90% you've already done, 90% already exists. This is where the majority of people are at, where the work is already done. Collecting the money on the last 1% or 10% is what's called the last mile issue. It's the issue of the last mile. An example of that is where Uber Eats, DoorDash, Favor will deliver things, but they're not quite at your condo's door. They're not quite at your hotel room's desk for you to consume. The last mile issue is kind of not necessarily the hard part, but it's a dynamic that's detail minded. That's why it's motivational listening. That's why it's wrangling to the point of being over communicative, where we're enthusiastic about prompting. What's prompting? Prompting is the 90% that you already have done, but you've not conveyed it to AI. Prompting, it's where the event, before it even takes place, is already 90% accomplished. We just haven't primed and prompted the content onto a website, onto an agenda, onto a paper notebook or a journal. We don't have to journal 200% of our life or even 20% of our life. Journaling 2% of it helps us prompt our brain without AI. Now that we have AI, when we prompt a response for what is optimum, this or that, what is premium outcome, X, Y, or Z. What we're doing is we're prompting an AI supercomputer to better be our co-pilot. That's where pre-prompting is an ability to say hi to people that are in the comments while we get ready to deliver the content that we previously were going to execute. I drop new episodes Wednesdays and Mondays.